For the last 5 years, I have done everything right. I've counted calories, I've exercised, I've had regular doctor's visits, I've used supplements, I've worked with a nutritionist, but my weight continued to increase while my energy continued to decrease. My blood work stayed on a steady decline. Then I received multiple diagnoses: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, I was pre-diabetic, I was insulin resistant, and I had a hormonal imbalance. It was said by my doctor that my endocrine dysfunction likely paved the way for all of my other health issues, which meant diet and exercise was not enough for my body to shed weight. Enter glucagon-like peptide 1, also known as GLP-1, which I'm sure you've heard of before. A GLP-1 is a peptide hormone. The key actions are primarily hormone regulation, blood sugar regulation, and appetite control. But that's not all. According to New England Journal, PubMed, and clinicaltrials.gov, GLP-1s can also treat sleep apnea, hypertension, regulate lipid levels, and reduce major cardiovascular events. My thesis today is clear. The cost of these medications have to be lowered. They are medically necessary treatments that can improve and even treat multiple different health conditions. Across the U.S., millions of people are fighting chronic illnesses. GLP-1s have been proven to lower blood sugar, reduce heart attack risks, and balance hormones. They also help patients finally achieve their true health when diet and exercise is not enough by itself, just like it was for me. For most people, these meds remain out of reach, sadly, because of their high cost. By addressing the cost today, we are giving more people access to health, longevity, and hope. Not only have I experienced poor health, I have been blessed to experience these medications personally. As well, not only have these transformed my true health, helped me lose weight, but the internal transformation and what it's done to my brain is amazing. I started on Zepbound September 9th, 2025. My A1C went from 5.8 to 4.7. I am now in a healthy range. My cholesterol went from 328 to 204. 328 is stroke territory. I am now in a healthy range. My blood pressure averaged 190 over 100, which is also stroke and heart attack territory. It is now averaging 120 over 72. I no longer have food noise. I am down 11.5 inches total and 16 pounds, but I would take this medication even if I hadn't lost anything. I no longer have heart palpitations. My anxiety is significantly better. I feel better, and I'm overall happier. In this speech, I will first talk about the current pricing of GLP-1 medications. Next, I will cover how many Americans are currently using these meds versus how many need them. Finally, I will talk about the importance of accessibility of these medications and who is responsible to make this federal change. First, let's talk the skinny on current GLP-1 costs. These costs need to be lower, period. Colleen Becker, Growth, Volume, Price, the skinny on GLP-1s, National Conference of State Legislature, December 16, 2024. The annual average price is currently $12,000 to $15,000. Many times, these medications are not covered under insurance. These prescriptions have increased 400% since 2019, with the monthly price being between $900 and $1,200. Only 12% of Americans have used these medications, even though millions qualify. Therefore, the cost has to change. Next, I will talk about how many Americans are using these meds versus how many need them. Montero, Sparks, Prosciutto, and Haim. KKF Health Tracking Poll, May 10, 2024. The latest KKF tracking polls say 1 in 8 Americans have used a GLP-1. 62% of those patients took them to treat underlying health conditions. Therefore, most people are using these meds for their health and not just a quick fix to lose weight. Finally, I will point out the importance of accessibility and who is responsible for this change. Pearson SD, Affordable Access to GLP-1 Obesity Medications, Strategies to Improve Equity and Reduce Cost. PubMed 2025. Accessibility is crucial because GLP-1s offer health benefits that, if sustained over time, have the true potential to improve the life and the health of the U.S. population. If these meds were affordable, it would pave the way for millions of Americans, over 100 million actually, to change their health. United States Department of Health Human Services Office of Inspector General, February 26, 2025. Medicare is no longer covering the cost of these medications. However, they used to. Their enrollment saw a 12% jump, so their answer was to pause the spending. That is not the true answer. In conclusion, I have covered current pricing, how many Americans are currently using these medications, and the importance of accessibility. My call to action is simple. Start by calling the U.S. Congress switchboard to be connected to your local representative, 202-224-3121. Here you will request a policy change on pricing. In addition, you can even contact Eli directly, the manufacturer of Zepbound, 317-276-2000. Thank you so much for your time today. Call the U.S. switchboard today.